Welcome to the Telescope Show. We laugh, discover God, and totally nerd out. Welcome to the show. My name is Matthew Seipel Anderson.
And I'm Katie Seipel Anderson.
And this show is predetermined to be the most amazing show ever.
See, I have a problem with overselling things.
Well, in this episode, we will be discussing Star Trek, Strange New Worlds. And if you're a Trekkie, you're going to love it.
Even if you're not, you might just find you enjoy it anyway.
I think you shall. I think you shall.
Okay, I'm going to say something that's a little contentious.
Oh, please do.
I think I like... I'll say this later. Did you know
What a tease.
that Americans consume a lot of hot dogs on July 4th?
Okay, I believe
About
that.
150 million, to be exact. 30 million pounds of hot dogs on July 4th.
30 million pounds. Isn't the population of the U.S. like 300-some million? So that's like
Something like that.
every man, woman, and child in the country gets half a hot dog.
And here's your allotment, 1/2 of a hot dog.
That's a lot of hot dogs.
It's a lot of hot dogs.
Yeah.
It is. And apparently in one of the, like New England, I think it was. Now I can't find it anymore, but they actually eat salmon. To
On 4th
celebrate
of July?
To celebrate 4th of July,
They're
yeah.
just like the odd duck. I guess if they're one of those...
I mean, I would do that.
It's a
I mean, if I had a
coastal
choice
state.
between a hot dog or salmon, I would be choosing salmon.
Yeah, maybe that should be a trend that we all aspire to adopt.
I just felt like I had to do some did you knows based on the 4th of July.
Absolutely. You know, here's my question. Who counts all the hot dogs that are consumed?
Well, that was going to be my second did you know. Did you know that there is a National Hot Dog and Sausage Council in Los Angeles?
Wow. Sounds very official.
Very official, who apparently is counting this stuff. So I don't know how they actually know what's being consumed. It must just be estimates.
Yeah, but still, that's pretty amazing. It's amazing that organization exists.
It is amazing that organization exists. It's a hot dog council.
Yeah. Wow. Well, Katie, did you know that Miss Marvel is over on July 13th? The final episode releases just in like a week.
I did not know that. That actually went very fast. It feels like we just watched the first episode.
Yeah, 6 episodes. And we are hoping to bring on a special guest to talk about Miss Marvel, but we shall see if that works out.
Ooh, teaser. Hopefully. Well, you took my second did you know right away, so I'm done. I'm done with the did you knows.
Well, did you know that Chris Hemsworth wore a fat suit for Avengers Endgame? I'm guessing you knew that, but did you
I
know
assumed as much, yes.
that his fat suit weighed between 60 and 70 pounds?
I did not know that.
That kind of surprised me. Maybe that's to make it more realistic when he tries to run.
You know what? That's how he built up his muscle.
Yeah, we all just need to get fat suits, and then one day we'll whip them off and we'll just be totally buff underneath.
Or we could just get, like, muscle suits.
Ooh.
If you can wear a fat suit for a movie, why can't you just wear a muscle suit for a movie?
You could. I just don't think it would be the same.
Why not? The fat suit was funny.
I mean, if you wanted it to be funny, sure. I just don't think people would buy it. You'd see a skinny little neck popping out of a super muscular body.
I mean, couldn't the neck be included in the fat suit?
Well, I mean, I don't know. They could probably do something with CGI. I've heard stories of them maybe tightening up different actors' abs and things. People who didn't quite get in good enough shape.
Interesting. It's kind of like auto-tune for...
Yeah. Auto-tune for abs.
Auto-tune for
man.
abs.
That's got a nice catchy ring to it. Well, now we've learned some new things, so I think it's time to talk about Star Trek Strange New Worlds.
So, I'm just going to say something kind of controversial here. I liked the first 2 episodes of Strange New Worlds better than the first 2 episodes of Kenobi.
What? Who are you? You're one
Apparently
of
a
those.
Trekkie.
You're one of those. Ha
I mean, time will tell when I see the rest of of Strange New Worlds if I actually liked it better overall than Kenobi. But the first 2 episodes, I'm gonna say a solid. I liked it better.
If I had to choose only one to watch, I would watch Kenobi. But I think it's because of my emotional connection to Star Wars. But
Kenobi's a pretty beloved character, and I don't think the same about Pike.
Right. However, I will say Kenobi just like met my expectation, whereas Strange New Worlds exceeded it.
Exceeded it. Wow. Good job, Strange New Worlds.
I didn't have the highest expectations, though. I mean, I thought it was...
I really didn't either. I didn't think I'd even like it as much as Picard. And I think it's too early to tell if I do like it as much as Picard, but I liked it better than the first couple episodes of Kenobi. Although they have like little tastes of the same thing. You know, they're prequels, and so they're kind of hemmed in with storyline, and the characters have some things that are reminiscent of each other, Kenobi and Pike, where they're kind of down and out, and then they get a mission, and then they rise to it.
It's got some classic Star Trek elements, like they're going on a 5-year mission to explore space.
I will say, though, I didn't even realize at first that it wasn't James T. Kirk who showed up.
Oh, yeah, that was a nice little surprise. So let me just fill in everyone who's listening. A lot of the fans were expecting James T. Kirk to show up in this show because this is like his era where he was an up-and-coming Starfleet guy during this time, and they expected him to show up. And the show did give us a Kirk, but not James T. It gave us George Samuel Kirk, who's actually James T. Kirk's brother.
And I didn't realize that until after I watched both episodes, actually.
I didn't know who he was, but I knew there was some kind of Kirk family thing going on. And I looked it up. It turns out that George Samuel Kirk appears in one of the episodes in the original Star Trek series.
Oh.
And he dies.
Oh. Well, we know what that's going to happen with him then, I guess.
But at least some of his story is going to come to light. We're going to get to enjoy having another Kirk. And a question I have is, will there be 2 Kirks? And will we get to see some sibling rivalry?
Dynamics. That would be really fun. I guess we'll find out because we've only seen the first 2 episodes. So if you've seen more and you know more than us, hold tight. We'll watch the rest of them here.
Yeah, we're a little late to the party. The season finale is just around the corner for this show. It was really fun to watch. I really liked Captain Pike. I really like Captain Pike's hair. Katie, what did you think of Captain Pike's hair?
You know, I didn't take particular note of it, except that it was kind of gray, and I had the thought, if that were a female, she could never get away with gray hair, I bet.
I don't know. Things are changing.
Things are changing in that regard, but I had that thought. So I didn't really think, wow, he has amazing hair. Is that weird that you're the one that thought that and not me? Do you have a little bit of hair envy?
Probably, since I have no hair. I'm really feeling the, like the brotherly vibe between Captain Picard and myself, being that we both have no hair. So I dig that, but and Captain Pike, he's a stylish looking dude.
Well, he does have hair, that's for sure. And I'm going to say it's better than any of the other Star Trek captains.
Yeah, I think so.
But I just didn't take particular note of it, so good job. So what did you think of Spock?
It's fun seeing a younger version of Spock, although in some ways Spock is just Spock.
I kind of liked the whole pep talk thing. That was pretty funny.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. In episode 2, I also thought it was funny when Spock was feeling a lot of pain, and he just makes a statement like, the pain is becoming unbearable, and then he just, out of nowhere, screams like bloody murder. That was a great moment.
Kind of reminds me of our youngest.
Yeah. Well, we also have another legacy character, Uhura, as a young cadet who's not really sure she wants to even stay in Starfleet.
Although, is she really? Well, we know she will, so. It's
another example of the main weakness of a prequel.
But that brings up the whole linguistic thing and how music and linguistics and that whole piece of the second episode was kind of interesting.
Yeah, music being a language, I love that.
Because it's like music is kind of mathematical and it's also artistic. And then apparently it's a language too that prophesies.
Right, yeah, there was prophecy through music. That was really cool. And I have to say, I always love it when actors actually sing, and I think they actually sang in episode 2.
The best was when Spock did, though.
Yeah, that was pretty good. That was pretty good.
Although we can't mention Spock without mentioning the fact that he's engaged. And then he left his fiancée to go on like a 5-year mission.
Yeah, that's
Apparently.
that's pretty cold.
Maybe it's just logical. But I'm going to say she might not think it's so logical. And it shows the interesting piece of logic and how logic is actually interpretive in some ways. Is it logical or is it not? Maybe it's logical to him for his goals, but not for her.
Yeah, is there a little personal motivation
Relationship dynamics
inside your calculus there, buddy? I found episode 2 really interesting because there was so much in that episode about fate and about a higher power and about our destiny and even prophecy.
And the invitation to believe. Can you open your mind and believe that this is possible? And he's kind of like, we'll see.
Yeah, and as Christians, there's so much prophecy contained in the Bible, so it's a big part of what we believe.
The interesting thing about prophecy is how it's tied in with time.
Yeah.
Obviously, for there to be a prophecy, there has to be a timeline. And so when you think of like higher beings and in the Marvel universe and stuff where they start kind of playing around with time, it's interesting to start thinking of prophecy and free will and all that kind of stuff when your concept of time is shifted or changed. We kind of think of everyone on this linear timeline going, one way, but what if you saw time differently or you were outside of time?
And that reminds me of an idea from C.S. Lewis, who said that if time was like a line drawn on a piece of paper, God would actually be the paper.
I love that. That completely changed my concept of like time and eternity and stuff. C.S. Lewis did say it's not a perfect analogy, but it just kind of helps us to try to grasp what it might be like to be outside of time. So when we're thinking about multiverses and time and prophecy and can we be used by a higher being and still have choice? It's really big concepts to try to think about.
It is. And we look forward to seeing what is to come in Star Trek Strange New Worlds. It's been a lot of fun so far. If you are on track with the show, the season finale is titled A Quality of Mercy, and it comes to screens on Thursday, July 7th, so just a couple days away, so check that out. And we're looking forward to doing episodes on this season of Star Trek. Also, Thor Love and Thunder is coming up, so looking forward to talking about that. And make sure you connect with us on Facebook or our website, thetelescopeshow.com. Shoot us an email at thetelescope@icloud.com. We would love to hear from you.
One final parting question. Will Pike's foretold death be a prophecy or just a warning that can be changed by choice? We will see.
We will see, and we'll be talking about it with y'all later. All right.
If you have any thoughts, let us know.
Love y'all. Take care. God bless. Bye-bye.